Today we're gonna talk about the 5 mistakes I've made in my detailing business. Now, obviously I can make a list of like 100, but we'll keep it down to 5. Hopefully you can learn from me and avoid them to the best of your ability in your own business. And I do wanna mention that on the 25th of this month, a Thursday, I'm opening up enrollments into my online marketing course, SEO for Detailers. I've been getting a lot of comments and emails talking or asking me about the course and when it's gonna open again. So on the 25th, which is a Thursday, I'll be opening it up for a limited time. You can click the link down below in the description box to sign up for the waiting list. SEO is search engine optimization. It's when you rank your website on the first page of Google in your local area. And it's how we've been able to grow over $10,000 per month in our business. Just click the link down in the description box. Let's go ahead and get started with this video. Number 1 is you can start with much less than what you think. Meaning when you're first getting started, you are making this grand list of, okay, this detailer is using all these things. That detailer is using all this here. And I need to offer these services because they do this, and I need to purchase all these tools and products. And in theory, it sounds correct that you should offer what most detailers are doing and use what they're doing because they're successful. But the reality is, if you're just in the beginning phases, you don't need probably half the things you have on your list to get started. And you're saying, no, but I wanna do this and I wanna do that. I get it, trust me, I get it. I've been where you are. You have big goals, you have big ambitions. But my thing is like, just go and start doing the most basic things that you can to bring in money. Like, yes, don't get me wrong, you probably wanna get trained and get better at correction and codings, and you wanna do all these things. But right now, I would highly recommend you go and get your first 5 customers. Go make your first $1,000. Go make your first $500. And I'm telling you, that will shift the way you think and act much more than you waiting to get everything that you need on that list to finally start your business. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, with whatever you have, like go get your first 3 customers or go make $300 in detailing. Like go do something. If it's just washing a car, go wash 10 cars. If it's vacuuming and wiping down an interior, go do 10 of those and actually go make money, because you will learn a lot more about business and services and pricing by doing that than trying to have everything in order to start. Number 2 is, if you think charging cheaper is gonna attract more customers and you're gonna make more money, you're very wrong. If you charge cheap, what happens is you attract more cheap customers and you end up with a lot more problems. I've seen this example countless times where if you charge, much cheaper than your competition or other detailers in your area, you think to yourself, okay, well, if they're charging whatever, $200, $400, $500 for a detail, and I'm charging $100, well, of course people are gonna come to me, right? Of course I'm the better option because I do just as good results, but I'm way cheaper. And the problem with that, and again, I've seen this time and time again, where there is such a distinct difference between being a cheaper side detailer and then being on the more expensive side. The type of customers that you attract are a night and day difference. On the cheaper side, people just ask for more. They'll still complain on price, and they just want to get as much work done from you at the cheapest rate. Where if you're more on the expensive side and you're attracting the better kind of customers, they're not gonna really hassle you on price. They're not gonna nitpick every single last thing. They're much easier to work with. They value your work and they value what you do, and they appreciate your work. So just because you're a cheaper detailer or offer cheaper services does not mean, okay, yeah, it's easier for me to sell my services because I'm cheaper, right? No, because what happens is if you're attracting the wrong kind of customer into your business, no matter what price point you have, you're probably gonna be too expensive for that individual, right? Because price is all relative. Someone that charges $100 might be expensive to someone that only has a budget of, let's say, $50, right? Just as a made up example, those aren't real numbers. But you get the point. Someone that has a $400 budget will see a $300 detail as a good deal. Price is always relative, but it's totally up to you to decide where you land on that pricing spectrum. Are you gonna be closer to $100 or closer to $1,000? Totally up to you to decide. Number 3 is thinking that you just need that one other thing to solve your problem, and it's off to the rainbows after that, if that's how you say the saying. But what I'm getting at is, let's say you are just, the biggest problem is getting customers, right? And you're saying, man, if I could just get more customers, all my problems will be solved. The issue with that is that there's so many steps in the funnel, in the process, in the system, that everything has to be optimized. So let's say you're like, oh, I just want my phone to ring, right? Your phone starts ringing, but you're still not booking any customers. Well, your phone's ringing now, but you're still not getting customers and not making money. Well, why is that? Well, is it that you're attracting the wrong kind of customers, the cheaper kind of customers, right? So now you have to figure, okay, well, how do I get the right kind of customers, right? And then let's say you fix that problem, and then you say, okay, now I'm getting calls again. Hey, not that many people are still booking. Okay, well, how's your communication skills? How's your sales skills, right? How are you communicating with your customer? Okay, now figure that part out, right? So it's like, whatever you think that one thing is like, oh, well, I just gotta start running Facebook ads and all my problems are done. No, that's still just one part of the overall system. Well, once I learn how to do paint correction and coatings, oh, now my business will take off. No, that's still just one part of the overall system. Okay, well, if I'm able to get a bigger van, I can carry more stuff and do more details. Okay, great, sure. But that's still just one part of the overall system. So that one thing you think you need, although it might be very helpful, does not just eradicate all other problems. And I can say this for certain, that no matter how long you're in business, no matter what you think you're doing or how well you're doing, you're always gonna have problems to solve. Like, that's literally it. So to me, it's like, once you come up with a solution to this, whatever this problem is, just know for a fact, okay, get ready to solve 5 other problems from this one solution. Number 4, most people are too focused on being a detailer and not a business owner. I say this countless times throughout the years, but it's like the most fundamental issue that people have, where you're too focused on, okay, how do I clean better? How do I detail better? How do I do paint correction? How do I install a coating? How do I clean an interior? How do I do smoke odor removal? How do I clean glass? How do I clean an engine? And you're so hyper focused on just the detailing part of things, and you completely negate or don't even pay attention to how to run a business. And this means what? How do you actually make money? How do you generate leads? How do you close calls? How do you communicate your services? How do you get reviews? So it's 2 completely different things, from detailing in your business and then running a detailing business and focusing on the actual sales, marketing, operations, and everything else that has nothing to do with detailing. And it's something that you absolutely have to learn, because if you want to be in business for the next, call it 4 to 10 years, this is such a vital and important skill to have, to make sure you keep on growing your business year after year. Meaning, like, if you just want to focus on being a detailer, you have no control how to get more customers. You don't have control of saying, hey, we're currently making 4,000, we want to go to 7,000, here's the plan. You're always just like hoping something happens, or you're gonna hire someone to do it for you. And not that that's wrong, there's definitely a time and place for that. But if you never have the skills yourself to understand what you need to do to actually grow your business, you are never in control. You're only in control of paying someone to be in charge of growing your business. Maybe you learn everything about Facebook ads and you get so good at that, and like you grew your business to 12,000 a month, right? And then you're like, hey, maybe we should go for SEO, search engine optimization. And you're like, okay, well, we're already making 12,000. Like our schedule's already booked. Like let's hire someone for that. Let's hire an agency to do that. In that regard, it makes a lot of sense. You already know everything about Facebook. You know what marketing is. You know a lot about how to get leads and customers. So now it makes sense to actually outsource that to someone else. But you can't just always say, oh, I'll just hire someone to do it. That's not a long-term sustainable option. You have to have the skills and knowledge to be able to push and pull certain levers to grow your business. Number 5 is you can change your prices whenever you want. So for me, I remember very distinctly, and from 2014 to 2015, my leads and customers really shot up because of SEO, search engine optimization. I literally went from maybe a few customers a week to now getting like 5 to 10 to 15 leads per day during through email and phone calls. And I remember like I saw like a big increase in leads. So literally like maybe every few days or like a few times per week, I would slowly increase my prices just because I got such a high volume that I was like, man, like I'm getting so many calls now. Like I don't want to do these cars at a lower price anymore. I'm just, okay, this one I'm gonna charge, you know, if I was at 160, okay, I'll do 180. Okay, this was, you know, I did a few 180. Okay, how about 185? Okay, 185 worked out. Okay, how about 200? Okay, 200 worked out. How about 225? And that's just a made up example, but it's a prime example of I didn't have to wait 6 months to like, hey, I'm raising my prices by $40. Hey, let me let everyone know. No, it's like I saw this drastic change in quantity of leads that I was like, man, like it's okay if some people tell me no, I'm too expensive, just because I'm getting so many calls now that like it's so much easier to raise my prices now. So whether you're starting or you're already in the growth stage, like you can change your prices whenever. If you're not happy with doing a certain level of work at this price point, just raise it. Now there's certain ways that you can let customers know. For instance, like if we raise our prices and we have a return customer, right? We'll always tell that customer, hey, like we'll service your vehicle at the old prices that you were on, but the next time you call us out, we'll do it at our now updated pricing. That way it still gives all returning customers like that last chance to get the service in before they get the prices increased on them. It works fine for us. And this goes both ways. Like if you think you're too expensive, or maybe like lowering the price just a little bit will be more of the sweet spot for you, just change it. Like there's no like big old announcement you have to make. Like your prices are always gonna change just because your business changes, the kind of customers you get changes, the level of service that you change, the level of whatever changes, right? Like even with Lex and I mean, the amount of times that we're looking at a pricing and we're like, that's kind of low, isn't it? And then he's like, yeah, that is kind of. I was like, well, let's raise it by like $100, right? He's like, yeah, let's raise it by like $100. Like, it's that simple when it comes to raising prices. So that's gonna end this video right here. Hopefully you took something away. Let me know what's one mistake you made when you first started your business. Let me know in the comment section down below. That way other people can learn from our mistakes. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next one.